Well, to summarize, right now I can't go anywhere because my brakes are inoperative in the front. We're 40 miles from Death Valley in the middle of nowhere. My brakes are metal to metal on both the front tires, and I can't go anywhere until I get that fixed. This changes plans a little bit.
Going on and on. If you feel it, just dance along, dance along, dance along. Yeah, if you feel it, just dance along. Got to keep the feeling going on and on. Yeah, if you feel it, just dance along, dance along. Oh, it just feels so good. I just feel so good, good, good. Oh, I just feel so good, good, good. Oh, I just feel so good.
Greetings and welcome to this video. My name is Zach. I live in this van right here with my dog Winter. Currently traveling through Nevada on our way north. And right now I can't go anywhere because my brakes are inoperative in the front. They work, but it's going to damage thousands of dollars worth of rotors. Right now I think I can swap out the pads and the rotors will be just fine. They're not very scored, and it's just a tiny bit. I can just feel bumps a little bit with a screwdriver. I ran a flathead over it. That's what I'm gonna have to fix now, so I'm gonna dig into that and see what I can do about the pads. I gotta pull the tires off before I can even get a good view of it, and then I'm gonna have to pull off my caliper to get an actual good view of the pads, and then figure out what to do from there. Add insult to injury, I coughed really hard earlier today and I felt a pop right in my chest. I crashed my dirt bike, I cracked a rib or broke a rib right here. So that's something I'm dealing with, and I coughed really hard today and I felt a pop. So good news is, gotta sneeze. Sneezing hurts. Oh, that hurts. And no, it's not better if I let it out. Okay. So, good news is I got both of the front tires off. I'm a little bit concerned about that, but I think I'll be okay. I already got this side jacked up. I got my tools over here, and I just have to get to work. See, there's definitely some scoring going on there. I can feel it very clearly with my fingers, but there's a lot more smooth bits, so it's like scar, 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 scar. I think the what's left of the pad kind of grabs rocks and jagged stuff. This is pretty deep right here, but most of the damage is actually to the lip that usually forms here, because the pad kind of contacts right there. So that actually scraped all the way off. So I know that next time look for damage on that first, because that's been scraping for a long time. I can get it turned. I think it's still within the capacity to get flattened out easily. But this backside is like mirror smooth, and this side is definitely much more pitted. But I had way, way, way worse. Most of the damage is right here. This just has a few lines down here. So I think it should be turnable and repairable. But I've been here before and it was much worse, and I just put pads on and it smoothed it out, and actually it didn't end up being too bad. Once the pads conform to these bumps, they tend to work fairly good. I'm going to get this off the rest of the way. The bolts are most of the way out, but I need to get something down here to set it on. If I don't get something to set it on, then it's hanging by the brake cable, which they're stainless lines, braided lines, but it's still not good to be doing that to them. So I'm gonna pull off the caliper, pull off these pads, put on the new ones, get going from there. Good news is I got both of the front tires off and back on with new brake pads. The bad news is my brake pads are wearing unevenly. The outside is wearing, in the case of the driver's side, twice as fast as the passenger. In the case of the passenger side, I don't know, probably you know, a quarter faster than the other side, or half as fast again. But that's okay. The pads are replaced. I'm good for at least 10,000 miles before the rears should go. And I have a full set of those too. So everything's good. 10,000 miles, I'm golden. 30,000 on the front. So I got at least 30,000 miles before I'm out of brake pads. So we're not going to worry about it anymore. I think I'm going to continue with my plan to cross through Death Valley tomorrow, not this evening. The plan has actually changed. Do it tomorrow afternoon, morning, drive all the way across, get to Ballarat, hopefully, unless plans change. This is how it usually goes for me, and see some cool stuff. So yesterday we spent the whole day here at this rest area, even though there's like an 18-hour limit. I've been here like 36 hours, less than 36 hours, but going on 36 hours. But I got the brake pads replaced yesterday. Took me about half the day to get that done, mainly because I didn't really want to do it. But then I realized that if I didn't get it done yesterday, I was going to be stuck doing it again today. So I threw those on there, and I got a fresh set of pads up front, so everything should be working good. I reached out to the appropriate companies to see if we could do something about this uneven brake wearing, and the fact that I'm running through pads really fast is a little absurd. So I'm hoping that there's just an issue that they know about, that they can fix, and I can move forward. But until then, I'm not going to trust my brakes at all, and that's pretty terrible to spend that kind of money on something to upgrade and then be in a worse position afterwards. It's pretty frustrating, but it's not something that's happening to me. Life happens for us, not to us. I love that quote. And so what that's telling me is, honestly, I'm going to take it as a warning sign not to go towards Death Valley today. I've been itching to go north, and it's almost like as soon as I turned to go west instead of north, the world reminded me that maybe I should probably continue the direction I want to go. So today we're going to continue north. Most of my days are not planned, and the adventures are off the cuff. So we'll see how this goes. Kind of tough to film and hope that an adventure pops up, but that's the way we're going to do it, because I want to give you this genuine experience. Thanks for coming along. Let's get going.
Heading out on our own with our hope in the clouds, and we're starting to see that we're onto something. Feel it coming, we'll keep running, nothing in our way, and we got no reason to wait. Let the journey take you you where it wants to. We'll continue to find our way through anything we face. We got what it takes. Here we go.
Nothing left for you and me.
A little buzz shakes the weak right off of me. Feeling up on the feeling of the heat, and we don't run, just let it come naturally. Yeah, we don't run, no, we don't run, no. Yeah, we're gonna ride.
Alright, so we made it to Champs here on Highway 50 in Nevada. Great place because it has fuel. It's not very cheap, but it's not horribly expensive. I think it's $5.49 a gallon for diesel, which is pretty bad considering the best I've seen is $4.89, but that was at a reservation spot, and I knew I was going to come up here and I wanted to get fuel closer to where I was stopping. Top tip, that allows you to leave in the morning and just drive for most of the day, which is really, for me, a great way to start the day because I don't have to worry about fuel. Plus, my diesel heater needs diesel to keep me warm, and the temperature's gone from near 80 to 42 right now, exactly 42 degrees according to my bumper. So that's getting pretty cool for me. I actually had to put pants on. Let's see if I can make this thing work. Got some jeans on, but I'm gonna run in there, buy some supplies, fuel up on fuel, and then we're gonna go to the hot springs. I don't know if the conditions are gonna be good. These semi-wild, non-built up hot springs, but they do have some nice pools, are often unreliable, and if there's a lot of people there, I don't really like dealing with a lot of people. But I have a trick that worked good last time, so we'll see if it works good this time, so I can enjoy some peaceful time in the hot springs. I need some healing springs. I'm not sure if these are known as mineral springs, but any hot springs is good for me.
Stones we carry, clothes we lived in, all the tales we will tell our children. No, we're taking the high road. Lay beside me, wake the morning, ever after, day reborn in. No, we're taking the high road. I'm
I just got to the hot springs, and I know I've been here before, which is always a huge advantage coming in somewhere. So I knew that on the far side of where everybody else is at, where all the visible springs are as you're coming up the hill, there's another one that's kind of behind the hill and isn't easy to see. And so I came around this way, and actually my plan was to go up this big hill behind me. I hope you can see it, but there's a big hill right here. And I can drive all the way to the top of it, and I get a good view behind me all the way around, so a good panoramic view. It's just really windy up there, and there's no hot springs. But right over here, I got myself a private pool right now. Somebody, of course, can come over and dip in it because it's not my property. But I got this private pool for now, so I'm not going to waste any time. I'm going to jump in. Obviously, this is not a secret spot. It's got a special thing here to hang your towel on, so that's handy. And then some absolutely grimy matting to walk on, and a nice pool. So there's my private pool. Pretty cool pool. Actually, it's quite warm. Yeah, it's just on the hot side of everything. So I think that's good. I'll take it. Beautiful. Nice little waterfall pipe. And places to set your phone. Shoes there, scrubby brush in case there's too much bacteria in here. The water's running away. Van's right there. Dog is right there. Sun's right there. Beautiful. I think we're going to throw up the camera here and try to get as much of this sun and enjoyment as we can. Well, it looks like my plans are changing. It's getting pretty crowded around here, and I've hogged this hot spring for long enough. I'm letting the water fill up a little bit more, and then I'm going to soak in it for a while. And then I'm going to go on the last adventure of this video. I'm going to go check out something about 10 miles further up into the mountains. Hopefully I can avoid the snow that's up there. Hopefully there's no snow on the road too deep for the van. And hopefully my weather window sticks as the way it is right now. Right now, looking at the weather, I have clear weather until tomorrow evening. So I'm going to try to take advantage of that, go up in the mountains, stay overnight, come back down, maybe soak and stay here tomorrow evening and weather the snowstorm, because it's like a 65% chance of snow. So I'll probably see some here, and then the passes will probably get some nearby. And I'm basically sandwiching between two mountain ranges on the far side of one pass, kind of down in the valley, but a little bit up on the other side. It's a really narrow valley with huge mountains on either side. About 11,000 foot peaks, I think, are the max. So it's a beautiful place to be. So that's what leaves me a little bit concerned about whether or not I'm going to have a good experience with the weather. But I think the weather window I have is perfect to go spend the night up and then come down tomorrow around noon, and then I should be able to dodge any bad weather and get somewhere that's a little bit more conducive to weathering storms. So I'm going to wait for this tub to fill up, clean up in the van here and get ready to move, soak, and then get driving and pick you back up then. To the top, and we're ready to go find the Pictograph caves we're going to go check out. I wanted to make sure I could get up here before I told you what they were. Definitely not enjoying having the backpack on. I have this strap loosened up so it's not bothering me as much. I also got my little friend here in case I get into a spot of trouble. That will help me alert the authorities as to where I'm at. Without too much further ado, we're going to get going down this trail before Winnie wanders off too much. It's a super nice trail. It's beautiful. Ever since my brakes went out, I knew I was going to be challenged and rewarded. The way I handled it and presented myself and pushed and got it fixed and moved on. That brought me here. Getting a plan together to just get it fixed, get going, and get on to the new plans. I took it as a reason to go away from Death Valley and head further north. More weather concerns, cooler temperatures, but more spring. You can watch spring wash over the land, travel north, experience the beauty of the West. And then there's a different journey ahead for me. I can feel it. With every mile I go, I can feel it. With every day I heal a little bit more from this injury, or set of injuries. The need to experience something new. As usual, I don't know what it is, and I don't know where I'm going. But there's a change in the works. And it is coming much sooner than I am ready for.
It's never too late. It's never too late. All the things you said for me to come home. It's never too late. It's never too late. All the things you said for me to come home. Far away from here, I could be finding other reasons, but I need a way from here where we can finally make it, you and I. Far away from here, I could be finding other reasons, but I need a way from here where we can finally make it, you and I. Where we can finally make it, you and I. Where we can finally make it, you and I. Where we can finally make it, you and I. Where we can finally make it, you and I.
Here we are up at the cave. It's beautiful, absolutely stunning. I am absolutely blown away. Cool, way cooler than I expected it to be. Here we are. There's pictographs behind me. So I'm going to leave you here. Thanks for coming along. It was really nice to have you with me and share this journey with you. I'm going to sit down and get grounded, get some more footage for you to buff this vlog up a little bit more. And I hope you stick around for the next vlog and let me know if you got something out of this with a little thumbs up, and we'll see you down the road.
Happens every summer, things are moving slow, and time to unwind only gives me time to spend alone. And I can't help but wonder if anyone's in town, scrolling through the phone on a Sunday, just hanging around with nothing to do. Summer loving, give me something, I'm about to lose my mind. Cause when I see you, I think I need you every single summertime. Oh, no. I saw her under moonlight, a flower in her hair, and didn't think she'd notice, but I know.